Today on the net, the front-runner in the Republican primaries, Mitt Romney, attacked from all corners. Protests against discrimination in Hong Kong. And a library where the books come to life at night. With his wins in the Iowa and New Hampshire primaries, Mitt Romney is more than ever the favourite for the Republican nomination and a popular target for his political adversaries. The Democrats already view him as the man who will be taking on Barack Obama in November's presidential election and have posted this clip online. It's called "You Are Fired." The video features footage from Mitt Romney's public appearances and pokes fun at some of his controversial remarks. He recently declared he likes being able to fire people. And the Democrats didn't wait until the Republican primaries were underway to start campaigning against the former governor of Massachusetts, a moderate candidate liable to win the often decisive votes from the center. Two sites have been set up in recent months accusing Mitt Romney of being a weather vane. They highlight how he's changed his mind and made U-turns on subjects like abortion, same-sex marriage, and also global warming. He's also been criticized by his competitors in the Republican primaries. A group backing Newt Gingrich has started an anti-Romney campaign in the media and on the internet. The focal point of the campaign is a documentary which depicts the favorite in opinion polls as a capitalist predator who made a fortune from firing thousands of employees. Mitt Romney, meanwhile, has been trying to counter these claims via his official website, and in particular with this video clip in which he promotes free enterprise in the state where the next leg in the Republican primaries is to take place, South Carolina. As we can see from these amateur images, hundreds, even thousands of people took part in a demonstration in front of a Dolce & Gabbana store on Sunday in the very chic and touristy area of Hong Kong's Canton Road. They were reacting to an incident a few days earlier in which one of the boutique security guards banned a local Hong Kong photographer from taking a photo of the store from the pavement, claiming that only mainland Chinese tourists could do so. To some, this may seem pretty insignificant, but it's angered many in Hong Kong who feel this is discrimination. Their anger has been widely relayed online and more specifically on social networks. A number of groups drawing tens of thousands of web users have been set up on Facebook, backing the protests and slamming the Dolce & Gabbana policy. And calls to boycott the brand have been pouring onto Twitter since Sunday, along with posts condemning the unacceptable situation. Professor Wan Chin is an ardent defender of Hong Kong's autonomy and heartily approves of the protests. He sees it as a fight for dignity for the people of Hong Kong. He says they've had enough of being treated like second-class citizens, and their reaction is a logical consequence of the discriminations they endure on a daily basis. This Twitter user doesn't entirely agree and says that although the people of Hong Kong have been rising up against discrimination, they are in fact guilty of the same crime towards immigrants from China and Southeast Asia. He says people need to look at their own actions before condemning those of Dolce & Gabbana. This series of photos entitled "I See Dead People" is the work of two French artists who've reworked album covers from mythical groups, imagining what they would look like minus the deceased. Only Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr would feature on the famous Abbey Road pedestrian crossing, and Kurt Cobain no longer appears on Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit" album cover. The finished pieces are an oddly moving tribute to these late, great musicians. The famous Swedish download site The Pirate Bay has been trending heavily on social networks ever since the Finnish government decided to block the site on Monday. The move has been widely criticised by local web users who are crying censorship. The measures have also incurred the wrath of members of Anonymous, who have launched a series of cyber attacks on websites belonging to Finnish organisations involved in the fight on illegal downloading. The informal hacker group says the attacks will continue until the site is once again available in Finland. What happens in a library behind closed doors when all the clients have left and the night falls? The books quite simply come to life. Well, this is what Sean Olenkamp and his wife have dreamt up in this magical video. It's called The Joy of Books and takes book lovers to a place somewhere between dream and reality.